Okay, so here's NotebookLM. Mine says plus, but don't worry about that. It doesn't really make any difference. So there's lots of AI tools. I think for teacher librarians, NotebookLM is really, really good. So while Gemini, very easily accessible through your Waffle, does a lot of good things, NotebookLM does something really good for your job. You can't find it in your Waffle, you've got to go to NotebookLM.com. And when you get here, you can create what's called a notebook. I mean, not too big of a surprise. And the cool thing is with notebooks, you can add sources. So you can add a Google Drive, a Google Docs, Google Slides, website, even YouTube videos, or you can upload files. So in this case, what I've done, I'm not going to use this one as an example, I have created one that has all the curriculum guides for grade 5. Now, if you're a teacher librarian, you tend to work with a whole bunch of different grades. And unless you are intimately familiar with the curriculum documents, it can be difficult to know exactly what you need to work with in that grade level. So what you can do is download the curriculum guides from the curriculum guide website from the Department of Education, or go to Enlighten platform and you can print them as PDFs and then save them. I won't get into that now because I'm trying to keep this short. But the cool thing is, once I've got all these guides here, I can or ask questions of the guides. And what that means is I can say, like, what are major topics in science? And the way NotebookLM works is that instead of looking at the internet, it's only going to look at the sources I have here as its source of information. So I'll say what are the major topics in science, and it's only going to check probably the science curriculum guide. There we go. So we've got weather, forces and simple machines, properties and changing materials, and body systems. So now if I want to try to create something, I can say, can you list the, I think there's still outcomes in that curriculum guide, outcomes related to weather in the science curriculum guide. Okay, there we go, we've got all the outcomes. And now let's say, can you help me create some activities I could use over a series of 5 one-hour-long periods to cover many of these outcomes. And it should give me something. Okay, so it's got a whole bunch of things: weather instrument exploration, daily weather observation, properties of air. So anyway, the thing is, these are not necessarily perfect, but I can keep talking to it, ask more questions, and refine what I need for my certain context. But you make one of these notebooks, and it stays in here, and I could make it early in the year, one for each grade level I'm working with, and I have one there I can go in and ask questions and keep doing things with that grade level. Or even within that grade level, I could ask it questions about, like, cross-curricular activities, things that involve maybe art and science or math and science, and I can ask it the same questions. And one thing to note, which is really important, that this query, this message right here, won't necessarily be saved automatically. You have to either copy and paste it into a Google Doc or say save to note, and then it gets saved over here on the side. Anyway, I know this is a super, super brief interview or overview of this, but I think NotebookLM could be really, really useful if you're a teacher librarian trying to make sure that what you're doing links directly to the curriculum. Because if you're dealing with multiple grade levels in your school, it can be hard to know all the curriculums. Anyway, reach out if you have any questions.